Good morning.
Good energy.
Today we gon' spread
Good energy.
Today we gon' share
Good energy.
I go to work.
Today gon' be a great day.
Good
Wake
energy.
up, thank God, drink water, meditate.
Good
First
energy.
5 minutes will dictate your whole day.
Good
All
energy.
about that positivity and raising up your frequency.
Good
If you
energy.
negative, you will get removed immediately.
Good
Say
energy.
eat clean, alkaline, nourishing.
Good
What you
energy.
put in your body's important for your energy.
Good
If you're
energy.
Debbie Downer, this is probably what you hate to see.
Good
But
energy.
if you not, need to share this repeatedly. Good
Good
energy. Woo, woo. Good energy. Woo, woo. Good energy. Spread that.
Good energy.
Share that.
Be impeccable with your word, huh? God first, huh? Get back, go and serve, huh? Live your purpose, read more just to elevate. Never quit, run your wrist together, never separate. Gratitude every day.
Good energy. Today gon' be a great day. Good energy. Today gon' be a great day. Good energy. Today gon' be a great day. Good energy. 'Cause we got good.
Good energy. Good morning.
Good energy.
Today we gon' spread
Good energy.
Today we gon' share
Good energy.
I go to work.
Today gon' be a great day.
Good
Wake
energy.
up, thank God, drink water, meditate.
Good
First
energy.
5 minutes will dictate your whole day.
Good
All
energy.
about that positivity and raising up your frequency.
Good
If you
energy.
negative, you will get removed immediately.
Good
Say
energy.
eat clean, alkaline, nourishing.
Good
What you
energy.
put in your body's important for your energy.
Good
If you're
energy.
Debbie Downer, this is probably what you hate to see.
Good
But
energy.
if you not, need to share this repeatedly. Good
Good
energy. Woo, woo. Good energy. Woo, woo. Good energy. Spread that.
Good energy.
Share that.
Be impeccable with your word, huh? God first, huh? Get back, go and serve, huh? Live your purpose, read more just to elevate. Never quit, run your wrist together, never separate. Gratitude every day.
Good energy. Today gon' be a great day. Good energy. Today gon' be a great day. Good energy. Today gon' be a great day. Good energy. 'Cause we got good.
Good energy. Good morning.
Good energy.
Today we gon' spread
Good energy.
Today we gon' share
Good energy.
I go to work.
Today gon' be a great day.
Good
Wake
energy.
up, thank God, drink water, meditate.
Good
First
energy.
5 minutes will dictate your whole day.
Good
All
energy.
about that positivity and raising up your frequency.
Good
If you
energy.
negative, you will get removed immediately.
Good
Say
energy.
eat clean, alkaline, nourishing.
Good
What you
energy.
put in your body's important for your energy.
Good
If you're
energy.
Debbie Downer, this is probably what you hate to see.
Good
But
energy.
if you not, need to share this repeatedly. Good
Good
energy. Woo, woo. Good energy. Woo, woo. Good energy. Spread that.
Good energy.
Share that.
Be impeccable with your word, huh? God first, huh? Get back, go and serve, huh? Live your purpose, read more just to elevate. Never quit, run your wrist together, never separate. Gratitude every day.
Good energy. Today gon' be a great day. Good energy. Today gon' be a great day. Good energy. Today gon' be a great day. Good energy. 'Cause we got good.
Good energy. Good morning.
Good energy.
Today we gon' spread
Good energy.
Today we gon' share
Good energy.
I go to work.
Today gon' be a great day.
Good
Wake
energy.
up, thank God, drink water, meditate.
Good
First
energy.
5 minutes will dictate your whole day.
Good
All
energy.
about that positivity and raising up your frequency.
Good
If you
energy.
negative, you will get removed immediately.
Good
Say
energy.
eat clean, alkaline, nourishing.
Good
What you
energy.
put in your body's important for your energy.
Good
If you're
energy.
Debbie Downer, this is probably what you hate to see.
Good
But
energy.
if you not, need to share this repeatedly.
Good
Good energy. Woo, woo. Good energy. Woo, woo. Good energy. Spread that.
Good energy.
Share that.
Be impeccable with your word, huh? God first, huh? Get back, go and serve, huh? Live your purpose, read more just to elevate. Never quit, run your wrist together, never separate. Gratitude every day.
Good energy. Today gon' be a great day. Good energy. Today gon' be a great day. Good energy. Today gon' be a great day. Good energy. 'Cause we got good.
Good energy. Good morning.
Good energy.
Today we gon' spread
Good energy.
Today we gon' share
Good energy.
I go to work.
Today gon' be a great day.
Good
Wake
energy.
up, thank God, drink water, meditate.
Good
First
energy.
5 minutes will dictate your whole day.
Good
All
energy.
about that positivity and raising up your frequency.
Good
If you
energy.
negative, you will get removed immediately.
Good
Say
energy.
eat clean, alkaline, nourishing.
Good
What you
energy.
put in your body's important for your energy.
Good
If you're
energy.
Debbie Downer, this is probably what you hate to see.
Good
But
energy.
if you not, need to share this repeatedly.
Good
Good energy.
energy.
Woo, woo. Good energy. Woo,
well, we made it.
Woo! Look, we were here for a little. First, I had my bad, y'all. Came late from work. That's one. Two, we had technical difficulties. Our Wi-Fi wasn't working and all this other goofy stuff. But I'm glad we made it. We glad y'all made it, and we're gonna get right into it.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. First of all, hope y'all had a good week. And if you don't know who we are, I am Suga. This is
Spice.
And we're going to be reviewing the Ready to Love DC season reunion part 1 today. Y'all ready to get into it?
Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Tatiana. I don't think Sabrina's in.
Why is it?
Good morning. But yeah, we're gonna get right into it because this is
Good morning,
like
Kalina.
oh, good morning.
I love that name.
Kalina.
Kalina. I don't know if y'all know Kalina the singer. That's my girl.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday, y'all. We gonna get right into it. We start the episode with Tommy announcing that he got COVID, so we gonna have a new host. Y'all let us know what y'all think about this host.
Mixed emotions.
I have mixed emotions. I do. I felt like she was light on the girls, and I also felt like she was kind of like beating around the bush. Like I just
Need you
right
to
to
get
the
straight
meat
point.
and potatoes, sis. Like straight to it. That's what I need. So then we see a montage. We see a montage of Sean. And pretty much Sean is still in his feelings because he felt like the friends did him dirty. So Sabrina apologizes.
I mean, do y'all really feel like they went on him like that, or were they just asking direct questions?
And were they just trying to hold him accountable?
Right. I don't
Because
really, it's
he
not like
said,
they was like, oh, you broke.
Yeah.
Bestie broke. I knew you was broke when you walked in. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? I can understand if there were, maybe there's something we didn't see, but I can understand if they were like antagonizing him. But to me, it just seemed like they were being really direct. It's like, we don't know you. This is the person we care about. So, you know, what's the deal? You're saying all these things that are not really adding up. So can you clarify that for me? Because
it's like you said you don't want to move forward with her and waste her time, but then again, you also said that you want to move forward with her. So which one is it? Like, I don't understand what was the problem with them asking that.
Yeah, I think he just felt attacked because he didn't have an answer for the question.
Exactly. Pretty much, you know?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Then we see a montage of Sidney and Phil. And
they're still together.
They're still together.
On.
Everything is good. Everything is peachy.
Not much to say about them.
But we do find out that Shiloh can't be here today. Why you not here, Shiloh?
I bet you can.
Why you ain't show up, Shiloh?
Because
there's a lot that you need to answer for, Shiloh. And I'm so happy that the general consensus was that Shiloh was trying to indicate and say things that were not lining up accordingly. I'm happy most people like understood that. Yeah, because it was very clear in my opinion. But Shiloh not here, and we all know why. And then we get to Kamil. We see a montage of Kamil and her facial expressions, and we learn about Olivia and Shay. Let's get into this clip real quick, y'all.
Hone in, that's the guy.
So it doesn't necessarily look like that because it's definitely giving crazy, possessive, obsessive, all of that.
Just a little bit.
Right, but you know editing does what editing does too.
It ain't but so much editing in the world.
It wasn't a filter. Those faces you made.
Theater major. I'm gonna give you, am I not entertaining? I am very, am I not entertaining?
Yo,
Sabrina's face.
Sabrina is not here for it. Okay.
Girl, why don't you just take it? Just own it. Like, you know, you're that person. You're just so extra. Just own it. Because you're even still trying to push it off by saying, first she's saying, oh, you know, girl, it was a lot of editing, girl. I don't know what they were doing in the editing room, girl, but
possessive,
she's like,
controlling, that's not me.
Girl, it's not enough editing in the world. Oh, well, theater major. Okay, what is
it?
What does being a theater major? One, you're switching excuses. That's
exactly.
One. Two, what does being a theater major have to do with anything? Did you come over here to act or find love, girl?
Right.
Which one is it? What? So because you're a theater major, what?
You were acting?
You have to act nutty?
It's not, no. Come on now, cut it. Tatiana, someone said in her IG, Shiloh said production told her not to show up. I am not buying that.
Why would they tell her not to show up? That was a really big part of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all know, let's be real, not much really happened this season. It was kind of,
yeah.
So that was a really big part of the show.
It was. She was missed. Listen, I was ready to give Shiloh all the smoke, okay?
Only because we knew she wasn't coming with accountability. She was coming with, excuses.
I would have loved to see an opportunity where she did come up with accountability. Good morning, Z.
Hey, Z. Z, girl. We had some technical difficulties.
Yeah,
we're here.
We're happy to see you. Yeah, so Kamil's coming up with all these excuses, and like Suga said, first she's blaming editing, then she's blaming she's a theater major, then she's saying possessive, that is what I am not. And it's like, girl, how?
You literally were telling people, how could you talk to Cornelius?
Oh my God.
Giving people looks and all this crazy stuff, if they would even blink his way, if they breathe his way, you're looking at them crazy.
Exactly.
But you didn't have anything. I didn't make his choice for him, girl.
Mm-hmm. And I do want to say, happy Sunday, Goddess.
Hey, Goddess.
Oh no, you were battling on Marion.
Oh Lord, no.
Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Girl.
It's not
a game.
It ain't a game out her. We're happy that you're here and that hopefully you're feeling better, sis. Listen. I appreciate Sabrina's energy. Sabrina's energy is whatever they got going on, but they not about to sit up here and fool me with their lies. Like, she's very together, but she's also like, yeah, okay, whatever. But Aisha is on 100. Aisha is like not satisfied at all. She's like, after the segment ends, she's like, she didn't even hold her accountable. Like, she was very aggressive.
Talk about that though.
Yeah, we need to talk about how she talks to the ladies, and she calls her aggressive at least twice. Like, after that segment is done.
I feel like what happens a lot of times with these shows is that you're going through the experience, and you say what you gotta say, and handle it how you gotta handle it. But then you go home and they watch it on the playback, and then now their family has something to say to them, and their friends throw in their 2 cents. And now they might get a little more riled up about the situation, and they're like, I'm mad all over again. Now I'm going to come to this reunion, and I'm going to tell her what's what, and I'm going to say this because I should have said this, because we all know how we do. You get into an argument, you replay in your head later what you should have said. Woo. Now they're actually getting that opportunity to redo it. Right. Because they have to relive it. They have to go through it again at the reunion. So it's like, you come through with all this energy because...
She probably felt like she was pumped. Like, yo, I was trying to be on my nice way, but then people want to take my kindness for weakness. So now I'm coming on 10. And it's like, Aisha, but you don't have to.
And you see, you get to see the little looks.
Yeah.
And you get to see the confessionals. And you get to, and it's just like, you wasn't saying that's my face, girl.
Yeah, I get it. I get it why she's annoyed, because stuff was said behind her back. But we all got your back, Aisha.
Right.
Like, majority of the people, 9 times out of 10, are saying that Zadia made a fool of herself. Zadia misrepresented herself, and everybody's on your side. And you got the guy at the end, so it's like, you don't gotta come.
That's the thing. It's like
with
if for those of you in here that watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, when Kimmy friends and husband weren't supporting the notion that she was not a side chick, she just felt like she had to keep bringing it up and had to defend herself. But when you have everyone else, when everyone sees what's going on clear as day, and everyone has your back, and we're like, oh no, girl, we know it's not you.
Yeah, Aisha,
you don't have to go so hard. And
anybody who watched the show, majority of them are like, no,
she's a little.
Aisha is on point, and
even the rest of the girls.
Yeah, the majority of the guys too. Yeah, had your back too. So Aisha didn't have to come with that energy of like trying to, I guess, like get back for
Zadia smirk child. She looked like a freaking serial killer.
Okay.
She
because the crazy was coming out through the pores.
Nobody's even talking or saying anything.
You could see it in her eyes. I don't know, like it's like it's radiating off of her. It's like very unnatural, very forced, and it's just girl.
I feel like
just do the work on yourself.
Yeah, I just feel like she's one of those people. She revels in kind of like mess and like being an energy vampire and sucking the life out the room. So that's why she's so freaking happy that all this chaos is going on.
I think she's smiling because she's not trying to give us a reason to call her, angry or to call her, the A word that we like to stay away from. But at the same time, it's still coming off like Suga said, serial killer. Like it's very unnatural, like what you're doing. It's like you're smiling to stop from cursing out the whole room. So it's just still very weird.
I just think that her head got pumped up and she's like, I'm that girl. Oh, look at these girls. They're just losing their minds over me because I'm that girl. I feel like that's what she was coming with. I feel like that's the energy.
Yeah, because Naim got her head all blown up. We coming for every last one of them, Z. Every last one. But let's get
Don't you worry.
Don't you worry.
Oh, we gonna get them.
We got it for all of them. But let's get into the next segment. We see a montage of Tyrone, and Tyrone has this to say.
Like my delivery and it all could have been different.
I love that you owned up to the fact that it was delivery. How would you have wished you had delivered the message to Carrie?
If I could do it all over again, I would say something like, there's nothing negative I have to say about you. I just have a stronger connection that I want to explore. That was the way I would have done it, or preferred to do it.
That was beautiful.
I appreciate that. Tyrone knows you.
That was beautiful.
That was so good.
I appreciate that too. Go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all guys, we don't practice none of this. This is just, we really be doing that. We're like synced for some reason and we just be doing the same things at the same time. All right. So we're gonna give him his credit. We're Zoo. We appreciate you finally being honest and saying that you just had a stronger connection elsewhere and you wanted to slide left.
Right.
Great. Good for you. Although I appreciate the honesty, I still feel like it's only taking half accountability because you said that, I feel like it was my delivery. I could have worked on my delivery. It wasn't delivery. It was a deliberate attempt to, instead of being honest and expressing your true feelings, to make it easier on yourself and make yourself feel better about the fact that instead of, dumping her, you put it on her. You're calling her all these things. You're aggressive. And I just feel like you were doing too much of this and too much of that in order to slide off to the left. You could have just been honest and just, said what it was and be like, yeah, I got a strong connection elsewhere. That's okay. For you to say that to her, that's perfectly fine. And I'm sure she would have taken that like, oh, okay, cool. I understand you have a stronger connection. You calling her names and making up a whole story and putting that tag on her, that can really put a reputation,
apology
in itself.
A direct separate apology.
For you to say it was delivery was not it. You didn't. It's not like you said it. You were yelling when you said it, or the way you said it. It's like, no, you were deliberately trying to blame her for the fact that you wanted to slide off with somebody else.
Like Suga said, a deliberate, calculated,
very much so,
attempt at manipulating the situation to fit your narrative because you want to be the good guy.
Exactly.
So you wanted to make her the bad guy.
Because you felt like if you broke it off with her, it would just be like, oh, I'm the bad guy.
And he don't,
So you had to flip it on her and
make her
like she was doing something
and
wrong.
Nobody has to be the bad guy.
Yeah, nobody was doing anything wrong.
Right.
Y'all all came to the show. Y'all knew what it was.
Exactly.
You might develop a strong connection. You didn't have any, loyalty to stay there with her when you guys are just getting to know each other. Just say what it is.
Yeah. Goddess M says, I appreciate the interaction with Tyrone. He came humble to the reunion and he knew he was wrong.
Right.
He did. Z says, I think Carrie did too much. I do feel that it was very early on for Carrie to ask the questions that she did. I think she said something along the lines of, "Where do I stand?" or "Are we still?" That was unnecessary.
Are you still interested?
Right?
And
Are we?
I feel like in a situation like this, it's even in real life, and you can just you
don't have
picking
to
up on somebody's energy. They don't always have to say it. You know,
like,
if he's not responding to your calls and texts, you kind of know what it is, and you shouldn't want to be with somebody like that anyway who would not respond to you. So you keep it pushing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like
sometimes you don't need to ask that question.
But I would not have accepted that either. Like, don't put that on me.
Call me aggressive.
Say what your issue is, the real issue that you have a strong connection. Don't put that on me. Don't call me aggressive. Don't say I was texting too much and I was giving up. Don't do that.
Because if it was Shiloh doing it, you would have been happy to see those texts. So don't say that, although that's not my preference of how to go about establishing a connection with somebody.
Right.
She wasn't aggressive, so he should have never called her that. And interestingly enough, the host of the show goes into this whole thing of why aggressive is a triggering word and how we should not use it and how Tyrone should not have used it, and we address it and everybody's nodding and saying yes,
if you're A1 day one sugar and spice gang, you know how we feel about the A word.
We don't like that word.
You know we don't like that word. We don't use that word. We don't really play with that word pertaining to Black women, because they always try to put that tag on us anyway. So we're not. Y'all can use another word. Any other word, don't use that word.
Assertive, abrasive, rude.
They're appreciative to the choir.
Whatever you want to say.
Right.
Don't do that. I don't like that. But then we move on. We see a montage of Cornelius, and the way Cornelius is trying to play, like, Cornelius must not think we were paying attention. Because Cornelius is like,
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I
knew
saw
as soon as I saw her. I was like,
thank you.
She was the one for me. Nobody else. I wasn't even thinking about.
God. I'm just a guy who knows what he
Stevie
wants.
Wonder to the rest of these girls.
Okay, and she was bad when I first saw her. Like, I knew exactly what I wanted.
Cornelius, you forgot you did confessional saying, I didn't get to go through the process because, and I have second thoughts about Kamil. She's really doing this, and I don't like that.
We literally just saw a montage, and we saw you saying that the only thing you wish you would have done differently was get to know more girls. And now you're trying to swing the narrative as something different. Like, I just don't appreciate a man who cannot
stand in what you
firm in what be firm and true to what you say, how you feel, and that is it. Don't be on some wishy-washy.
Yeah, but to appease me, like, because then you're not even really being yourself, and
those
be somebody else when you're not around me.
Those fake nice guys be the worst ones. They be the worst freaking ones.
Just like Tyrone, like, you think you're trying to save somebody's feelings and do something else, and you end up making it a worse situation.
Way worse. Instead of just being direct, keeping it real, being honest, like, I appreciate that in a man so much more than that fake wishy-washy sugarcoat bullcrap. Like, don't feed me none of that. Like, I don't want it. Like, I don't like that. Be honest. It's really annoying. Cornelius was the last the outfit.
Not Bruce Leroy.
And they were coordinating. I don't know if y'all know this, but Kamil and Cornelius were coordinating, and Zadia and Naim were coordinating too. So I'm like, I don't know. Z says Cornelius flipped the script now. He's saying Kamil was the one from the beginning to the end.
It bugs me out that people lie when they're on camera looking at you, Kamil.
Oh my God.
It bugs me out that these people are on camera and y'all lie like we can't see it. It's just like,
Goddess says, even at the reunion, Cornelius and Kamil had zero sexual energy between them. They are besties, not lovers. Yo, he was like coaching her, like, don't watch your face, Okay, no, all right. No, they're gonna catch it. They're gonna catch it. Like, y'all like really came in here with like this whole strategic plan. Like, this is how we're gonna do it. They're trying to make us out to be this way. We're gonna show them the exact opposite.
We don't have to make you out to be anything. Okay, it's on tape.
Yes,
and
we could read through y'all trying to show us a false narrative too.
Yeah.
So there's that.
They're besties, not lovers.
Oh my gosh. So then
Naim and Zadia too, but
that too. Let's get into this quick clip of Cornelius. And well, actually, no, I don't have a clip on that, but I do want to say Aisha and what's her name? Courtney. Courtney get into this segment. Courtney goes into it and says that she was not intimidated. She was not intimidated by anything, and that she's gonna do whatever she wants because she likes to go. She likes to go for the guys herself. But then she goes and drops the A word too.
I was like, bro,
Courtney was like, but I do feel that Kamil was aggressive in her approach with the other ladies, and I do feel like it's aggressive in how Kamil chose to show herself throughout the process.
She made sure she enunciated. She was like,
"This is what I'm saying." And then Aisha gets her 2 cents, and then Aisha says, Kamil was. We need to talk about how Kamil is with the other ladies. Like, she's very aggressive and how she approaches us. I felt it. You felt it. I'm not crazy. She is very aggressive, and I'm just like, can y'all stop
saying that word?
Can y'all please stop? As much as I like Aisha,
right,
y'all are really trying to bait. Y'all really trying to bait Kamil with this word aggressive, and I don't appreciate it. Stop doing that.
Character that she's shown thus far shows to be a solid person.
Yes.
So now, because you don't like Kamil or whatever, do not let that let you come outside of your character and start using that word and doing all of that.
Exactly.
Because Aisha had a lot of energy on here on this segment. So, throughout the whole reunion. So it's like, girl, what are you doing? Because when the host just gave the speech about the A word, you were in the background, that's right. They gotta stop using that word. She would just look, if you go back and play it, she was nodding her head, and then 2.5 seconds later, aggressive.
Like, don't do that. Don't use that word to taunt her. Don't use that word to bait them. You're bigger than that. And that word is bigger than you. It's not just about her actions. It's about what people use that word for against us. It's used as a microaggression to silence us.
Right. So you can say she was a bully because she was.
Yeah.
You can say she was mean or mean-spirited, whatever, but
you don't have to say aggressive. She was abrasive. She was rude. She was mean. You don't have, there's a lot of words. Please stop using that. It's a microaggression. We don't like it when they use it on us. We should not be using it to each other because it has the same effect and it's not fair. And Kamil was trying really hard not to react, but the word is a triggering word. And I'm happy she didn't react to that word specifically, but I do want to call out Courtney and Aisha because they did not have to keep using it like that. They were really trying to get a rise out of them.
Like, it's bad. Courtney, you're gonna say it, and then Camille's like, you just talked about that word, and you say it again.
She makes sure to say it again. And then Aisha says it twice after that. Like, can y'all, I understand you're upset. I understand you're annoyed, but leave that there. Like, everyone else is coming for them. Y'all don't have to try and agitate the situation with this particular word. Like, please. Ivy Girl says Cornelius looked crazy in his Theo outfit.
Oh
my gosh.
God, you're funny.
Z says another channel said he looked like Theo and Theo and Denise tried to make that designer dress shirt.
Z, that's funny.
For real, like, I don't know who's styling these people. I guess they styling themselves. Zahira says Kamil isn't a representative of Black women. Absolutely not. She isn't. But we also have to understand that we are on a platform, and she is a Black woman on this platform. And I really don't want, Aisha and Courtney as other Black women calling her that word because it's a very triggering word, and there's a history behind it.
Yeah, it's just like there's a lot of other words.
A lot of words. Goddess M says Kamil is rude, oversteps boundaries, a mean girl. So thank you, Goddess M. So many other words to use. Seriously. Actually, Aubrey, why do you think that Black people cannot use the word aggressive when it's the truth? So there is a connotation when using the word aggressive in corporate settings, in a lot of majority white spaces, when we are even just speaking our opinion or using our voice, they like to call us aggressive to silence us because there is a stereotype of Black women being loud and being abrasive and being overbearing. And because that stereotype is out there, whenever they use the word aggressive, everyone else around you is easy to be believed because there's a stereotype. And people will call you aggressive just for sharing your opinion. People will call
up for yourself.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, for just standing up for yourself, people call you aggressive. So even when the word applies, it's important to try and use a different word because it reinforces their mindset that they can use that word against us. If we stop using that word against each other and kind of stay away from it and be more strategic in how we talk and describe each other, then they have to be more strategic too. But if we're calling each other aggressive, throwing the A word, like A-bombs left and right, then they're gonna feel comfortable doing it too. And I don't like that. I really want to get away from that word and that stereotype. It's not our fault that stereotype is out there. But because it's out there, we have a responsibility to try and branch away. Whenever we have a platform, we have to try our best to stay away from reinforcing the negative stereotypes that other nationalities use to keep us in a box. So like, that's just, my personal,
And even like, I don't even think, and even with Kamil, I don't even know if aggressive was the right word. She was just mean.
Yeah.
She was just really rude, mean, and nasty.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
Right. Z says we use the N word, the B word too. Context is everything. It's when, where, and the context for me. I hear you, Z. Mm-hmm. The word was definitely being used in a negative connotation.
Right.
So
that's the thing. Aggressive.
When can we use it as like
rarely, unless I don't know.
Because my girl Suga, she aggressive.
Right.
Like you can't really
rarely is it used in a positive light.
Yeah. Whereas the N word, although I have my own feelings about that word too, it is used like, as a homie, as a friend, and other things too. So Goddess says
I don't use the B word.
I don't either, but our community does. Zadia was aggressive, and other communities do too, right? Not just us. Zadia was aggressive when she put her fingers in Dante's face. Kamil is just mean. There is a difference, in my opinion. I will say, once you do get physical, that is taking it to the next level.
Right.
But even when describing Zadia, I myself would try to use other words, just because of the platform. No, I agree. We shouldn't gloss over bad behavior.
But we're
saying
that's why we
use different words.
Using a different word.
Yes.
Not calling her aggressive doesn't gloss over it because I'm still saying she's a mean girl.
Yep.
And she's rude and her behavior is bad. I'm still addressing it, but I'm also not using the stereotype that they like to put on Black women.
Exactly.
You can do both.
You can, absolutely. Actually, Aubrey says, I understand what you're saying, but I feel like we're covering the truth when it's used where it belongs. But I guess we'll agree to disagree. Thank you so much for your response. Yeah, we're gonna have to agree to disagree. Right. I think with Z2,
like I just said, we're still addressing it. We're just because we choose not to use that particular word that they like to use on us does not mean we're not addressing it.
We're still gonna call out the bad behavior.
We're still saying her behavior is bad. We're still, as we've been doing throughout the whole show, saying that she's out of bounds, she's out of line, she's doing too much. It's still saying all those things.
Even trying to be intimidating,
and manipulative.
Yes,
all of those things are still describing the bad behavior. We just choose not to use that word. That doesn't mean that we're like, oh, Camille's an angel and she's not doing anything wrong.
No.
And she is perfect. Yes. Don't you talk about Camille? We're still addressing the bad behavior. We just choose not to use that word.
Yeah, but I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, Zahira, and actually Aubrey, for saying that in this chat, because there's a lot of people that have that same question and that same sentiment and those same feelings. Like, when it applies, we should use it. But, we're a little bit different in our stance. So we appreciate y'all. Hearts to y'all too. We love y'all. All right. So then we move on to the Brown Girl Squad. We got clip for this, y'all.
There was no pass.
Oh, the Brown Girls Club. I think that was the pass.
Oh, is that where we're going right now?
Yes.
Where Aisha's not brown enough. I'm actually too light. Yeah.
Is that
Those
what
comments.
this is, y'all?
Yeah.
Because you did say that there was this brown girl club.
Yes.
Which I gotta say, as a brown girl, that made me really sad.
Yes.
We have enough problems as black women.
Exactly.
Why did you feel the need to separate yourselves in the Brown Girl Club?
Okay,
Why was
so
that necessary?
What we're not gonna do is we're not gonna say we separate ourselves in a Brown Girl squad.
But y'all did that the whole time. But y'all did that the whole time.
We're not gonna call it.
We're not gonna Instagram page for Brown Girl Squad.
It sounds like
You do foul to us, and you act like you innocent, like you don't take accountability.
No one can speak to
Can we just pause on that smile that Zadia has?
Absolutely bonkers.
Insane, y'all. Insane. Like, what is even happening? Look, guys.
Is that?
Look at this. Is this the face of a sane woman? Yo! Sleep with one eye open. Sleep with one eye open. This is it's like she's so triggered and so pissed off right now, but she's trying to mask it behind this smile.
I'm scared.
Sabrina is like literally like, this is effing bullcrap, blah blah, and you're smiling. Listen.
That's the one you gotta look out for.
You gotta listen, okay? Because she already knew like Twitter and Instagram and everybody had already like labeled her a certain way. So she was like, I'm gonna just come on this reunion, I'm gonna smile and I'm not gonna address anything and I'm just gonna play in everybody's face. And it's like, girl, no, you're making it worse. Goddess M says Sabrina was not for play. Okay, she was not. Let's finish this clip.
Innocent, like you don't take accountability.
No one can speak to our friendship. I didn't know anyone the first night I was there. I was not trying to grow in friendship with women during this process. And we took a photo at the third deliberation. We saw the picture and we were like, oh my God, hey melanin, like skin popping. And I yelled out, Brown Girl Squad, it's not to exclude anybody.
But it does, though.
No, it does not. Because first of all, we're all brown.
Can Sabrina be a part of the Brown Girl Squad?
Did you just hear Sabrina curse me out? Sabrina can't be my friend if she's cursing me out.
Bitch, you ain't been trying to be my friend the whole time.
Sabrina.
Now I just cursed because you've been treating me like trash from beginning.
what happened?
Oh my God.
You see how rude Zadia is being, even to the host. The host didn't do nothing to you, girl.
No.
She's like, well, if you're saying that the case is that, we're all brown girls, so
Right.
how come Sabrina's not in the Brown Girls Club? Did you see how Sabrina just gave me out?
You see how she just gives me a We're like, girl, that's rude.
Like, you're
being
imitating her
condescending.
tone and inflection.
Yeah.
Why are you, what are you doing that for? Why?
Oh my gosh. It was too much.
Exactly. It's completely unnecessary to form a clique, a club, a group. Like, what is this? High school?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if
Talking
we're
about
all brown
repping it like a
girls-
gang. She in a confessional full life. Brown girls not. Why?
If we are all brown girls, then why have a separate squad?
Why have an Instagram account?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're saying you're not excluding yourself, but yet you exclude yourself.
I just think that's hilarious that she literally
Oh
said
my
what they're doing.
God.
What we're not going to do is act like we made up a group called the Brown Girls Club and just put ourselves in it and excluded ourselves. Yes, that is. That's literally exactly what you did.
It's what you did, and it's what's happening right now.
Like Spice had said earlier, like, okay, so then why wasn't it the DC squad or you know something like, if it was to encompass everyone, when you separate yourself, you are excluding yourself.
Exactly.
I don't know
what you're trying to like say, but it is what it is. Kalina says Zadia must have had media training after watching her season. Yes, because she is trying to put on a face. She is trying to put on a face, and she is trying to come like politically correct, but it's giving serial killer vibes. Like it really is. Hey, Annette. Hey, sis. I love you, Sabrina. She was there for the foolishness. Yo, she got crunk at this point.
She really did.
She was like,
usually Sabrina's very like, yes, so hi
Mhm.
guys, how are you?
Mhm.
Very nice to meet you. She was like, I'm not finna play with y'all. Y'all not gonna lie in my face today. We're not doing it today.
Fedora, Zadia's fake smile is so annoying because it's so fake. It's so fake.
Actually, I said that earlier in the live.
She did actually.
I felt like she was really smiling because she's enjoying this. She's loving the negativity that's going on, all the chaos, everybody throwing shots at each other and all this stuff. She's like, yes.
Bro, how? How does that feed your soul? Like, that's very weird.
I mean, if you're negative and you're an energy vampire, you know,
that's crazy.
That's what you love.
She did. I don't. She did say she was gonna take her shoes off. I saw that. I did see that. She said that she was take her shoes off now.
It's literally not worth it.
She did say
nobody
that,
put hands where you don't do it, girl.
No, yeah,
it's literally.
But
not
you
worth
see
it,
what
that's what they
people push
want.
you. Yeah,
like
they get you out of character.
Who said Zadia is a booby trap setter? She's like that. She's the type of person to set up a trap to get you riled up, to get you, you know, out of yourself and jump out of your body and then see what. Look at her doing it.
Yep.
Look. To make everybody look at you a certain way.
Exactly. They are. And we gonna get to Naim in a little bit. Okay. We gonna gather sis up real quick. Actually already said problem with Zadia is though she allows herself to be manipulated by her friend Kamil, Zadia is playing checkers while Kamil is playing chess.
Honestly, I just think that's really her personality, and they just happen to link up because they're like-minded. I don't even think she's being manipulated because I just when did we really see her being like a super nice, positive person on the show?
Zadia was coming off cool for the longest time, but Kamil was giving us crazy from day one. So
Zadia, like she said, I just think that Zadia is a little more laid back, so it doesn't come out as much. Kamil is much more outgoing, so of course it's gonna come out a lot quicker because she's just constantly talking. She's constantly, you know, doing the extras, so it shows a lot easier than with Zadia, who's kind of like a more reserved type person. She didn't come in doing like a whole lot of talking. And
That's true. And we didn't see that much of her too. She didn't get a lot of screen time in the beginning. We didn't see Zadia more so until the end.
And also, everything was kind of going her way in the beginning, so she really had no reason for the crazy to come out.
That's true.
So
that's another thing.
If everybody's picking you, then you know.
Goddess M says Zadia feeds off the negativity. How she acts shows me why she was single. Her antics will never work in a relationship with a grown man.
Even how she acted with Dante was just
crazy,
outrageous.
Like she really was like felt entitled for him to pick her, and it was just like, no, he actually doesn't have to. He has a choice,
and that's why I think it's funny that Naim said what he said, because it was like, are you talking about Z? Because she was showing her whole behind when it didn't go her way.
Exactly. Like, actually, Aubrey says, no, you're missing something. Cornelius was attracted to Zadia. He was attracted to Zadia in the beginning. I did hear him say something like that in the elimination round when him and Zadia was together. But you know, that got cut off quick. Because why? Because Kamil put a stop to it. So I don't know why Kamil keep trying to act like she wasn't doing what she was doing. She was definitely putting stops and perimeters and boundaries around Cornelius early on. Yeah, but I definitely agree with you on that. In that sense, Zadia was playing. I guess you're saying Zadia was playing checkers as far as how she was pursuing the men.
She said Kamil was playing checkers. I think she's saying like, oh, Cornelius found her attractive, so I'm gonna get her buddy get linked up with her so that she won't, out of obligation as a friendship or, you know, respect to me, she won't try to cozy up with Cornelius.
Oh, so then that would mean she said Kamil was playing chess. So Kamil was playing chess in that aspect. Oh, that's interesting. You might be on something there. She said, yep, that's the manipulative part. Ooh, y'all not playing. But let's move on because we got more to go through. We see a montage of Frank and Suga Ben called it. Suga Ben called Frank that man. She been said it. Mumen says since filming ain't nothing happened, nothing has gone on, nothing has continued, things have just stopped. It's gone
Frank
nowhere. Frank was playing the whole time.
I just really feel like Frank wants to be on TV.
Yo, Frank pissed me off because Frank is a gaslighter too. He's saying, yes, because after everything, I needed to regroup after the show. But then he says it wasn't the cameras. It was, I just wanted.
Did y'all catch when he said, I just feel like the way we were holding hands was
oh my gosh, girl.
It's like at this point you're just making up anything.
Exactly.
You're pulling up what was his name? Who? At the beginning of the show we were talking about her. This is how you know the season is dry because I have a really hard time even remembering their names. Like there is so the other guy that was sitting on the couch, I was like, I forgot about you. Who are you? Not Cornelius, with PTSD.
Oh,
Tyrone. He's pulling a Tyrone where he's like just pulling stuff out of his behind. Like, oh, it was the way we held hands, girl. It was the way you blinked at me. I didn't like how you chewed your food.
In relationships before, so I'm really guarded. I was like, what the heck does that got
you
to do with
weren't guarded
nothing?
when you were telling her like, yeah, I'm really sexually active.
Oh my
God.
I needed, But you chose her. So now so you were dating on the show, but now the show is done and now you're guarded? Like, what are you even talking about, bro? Then he says there was a point in time I felt like we were getting too close too fast. Like, how?
He had like 4 different excises. Then he also says that I just feel like our stuff wasn't lining up. The timeline, having kids, da 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 da. I'm pretty sure you guys discussed all of that on the show. Mm-hmm. So why is she just not finding? So you mean to tell me this is just a mere coincidence that as soon as the cameras wrap up, she doesn't hear from you?
Exactly. So you just sit here and try and play like you was not playing in her face this whole time. Like, stop with the antics.
You know what I really think?
Now it's her fault. She's moving too fast. She's the one who wants to be celibate till married.
Exactly.
But she's moving too fast.
fast.
Like, stop with the lie.
Let's be real. What I really feel, let me get close to you. What I really feel like it is, real talk. What I really feel like it is that being that him and Sidney were such close friends, I feel like she gave him a heads up, like, yeah, it's not gonna be you, boo.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden he has to just turn all his attention towards Mumen. I really feel like that's what was going on.
Yeah, I think so.
I really don't feel like he really wanted Mumen like that because it just doesn't line up. It doesn't make any sense. She wants to wait till marriage. You're talking about you're just out here in the streets. I need it 5 times a day, you know, and
why choose Mumen?
Y'all
don't choose her.
Y'all had never lined up.
Oh my
God! And I said that. I said him being Mumen. I said in one of our earlier reviews that to me she has a terrible judge of character. She picked all the worst men. She picked Corey. She picked Frank, and she might have a little self-work to do because she has terrible judge of character when it comes to these men.
Yeah.
And it's like pairing her up with Frank, who is Mr. Talking Circle, smooth talking.
Life all day long.
You know, you gotta live life, and if you're not in your life to live, are you living life? Like he just be saying a bunch of stuff repeatedly in a circle, talking in a circle. Pairing them two up together is a terrible match because he's just gonna talk her into a frenzy in a circle, and she's just gonna be looking dazed and confused. So I was just like, y'all never lined up. You knew that. Why are you trying to make it seem like you just found out as soon as the show wraps?
Then Patricia actually makes a good point. Remember when Mumen's father said to Frank about Mumen, if you're not serious about this, it's not an adventure you want to go on. And he sat in her father's face and lied and played in her face, in her father's face and in her face. But Mumen, like Suga said, Mumen has to take accountability too. Also, how do you always choose the wrong guys? Corey?
Really?
Walt? Like you
Corey was trying to hump you on your first date. And you like, I don't know. It's something about him. Like, I like him.
This might be a good thing. Like, what? So Mumen has really, really bad insight on who she should choose. Also,
I feel like Frank gives me like I'm a little arrogant. So I don't feel like he would want to be somebody who wasn't picked or picking someone. Like if Sidney wasn't going to pick him and he was actually going to pick Sidney, I feel like he was like, I got to do something. I can't just be out here getting dumped. So
exactly. Fedora said that was really whack of Frank. the way they were booed up at the beginning of the episode really had me
I
thinking they were
was
together.
so perplexed. How are you just over there?
All over her.
And even
All over
again,
her.
Mumen, take accountability because you're saying that
Why
Frank
allow
was
him?
all on you. But if you guys watch the episode,
Why? Yes.
the part, I think it was the part where they chose each other, or either Sabrina and what's the name were kissing. She was grabbing his face, she was touching on him. So it's like you're confusing yourself too.
Yes.
If you haven't talked to him since show wrap and he broke it off with you and he did you so dirty, why are you over
Why
there?
are you giving him so much of your energy, time, and affection?
It doesn't
Why?
make sense.
Like
Act
Mumen.
accordingly, man.
Yes. Like if you have not heard from him since, like you don't give him that type of energy. It just like you have to your feelings need to align with how you act. Like make it make sense. Goddess says Frank and Walter were here for the cameras. They both only called women during filming only. Mumen should have picked herself like Sabrina did. Absolutely. But she doesn't have enough sense of self to do that.
She's not there yet.
Like it doesn't make any sense.
And that's why I don't remember who said it. One of our subscribers said they need therapists on site at the show.
Yeah.
They need some kind of counseling, kind of like how Married at First Sight does. They need psychologists, something on the show. Because there's a lot of issues that people come in here with that they're not addressing, and they're leaving right with the same issues because they're not getting addressed. So.
Exactly. Zahira says Frank is a pretender, a faker, a love bomber.
Because what is he saying? Oh, I just you beautiful black
Oh
chocolate goddess, you wonderful.
Because
oh my God, you're just so
with like
I would not want to do this journey with anyone else. You're
oh
amazing.
My
and now he don't know her.
Oh gosh, clicks and views. We about to get into it. Naim wanted his viral moment. Yes, he did. And that's the next clip, sis. Oh, let's go.
Roll it.
Be focused. And I'm not going to invite y'all to the wedding if y'all vote him at the bottom.
Granted, that's great. Y'all made a connection. But who's to say he won't get voted off the island because he's not giving any?
Y'all Well, I'm not it's called ready to love, not confused as
That's the problem right there, why no one wants to talk about the process. Because you're making threats like that. How uncomfortable is that for somebody to hear? Well, if you put my man in the bottom, I'm gonna beat your ass. That's not cool.
She's saying, I will if y'all put him on the chopping block. Why?
Aisha, if somebody is put on the chopping block that you want to fight for, then you need to fight for them.
Of course.
Period. That's what it is.
Period.
I'm not saying that. Sounds
But
very
I'm saying-
hater-ish.
That's not what I'm saying. How does that sound haterous? Because ain't nothing in my bone, ain't a hater bone in my body, so don't bring that over here.
Hold up.
You always want to jump in and defend them, but how is it haterish because I have an opinion on something?
It sounds like you have a problem with the fact that they have connection, and you have no connection.
But I took your connection.
This isn't the first time that Aisha has diarrhea of the mouth. And at this point, I was kind of sick of it.
Y'all freaking bugging. Don't ever try me. I'm not doing this. Don't freaking try me.
Nobody's Bugs Bunny. Nobody's Space
No.
I don't like to be tried.
Aisha had an opinion and wanted to speak her opinion. That's how she felt. I don't think she should have been attacked.
Why are you arguing about your process to somebody else?
Because don't accuse me of
I don't care if it helps or not. I'm still gonna let it be known that it doesn't make any sense.
Ain't no hater in me.
I just want to say I really feel like Aisha really was like she looked back at this and that put the battery in her back to come at them so hard because you could see them in the confessionals talking crazy about Aisha, and Aisha is a direct person. She wasn't necessarily talking bad about them. She was talking about the situation, but they're calling her, you know, saying she's crazy, saying she has no connections and all these things. So it's
But I wish you would have looked back at this scene and be like, I'm giving them too much energy.
Yes, I wish so too. But we about to
Still going. Of course. Because she's still talking out the side of her neck. And that's what it is.
Did I say that?
Oh my God.
You guys,
trying to
what
figure out,
is
should I take my
really
shoes
going
off
on
now?
Zadia,
Oh my God.
you said that Aisha had no connections, but she clearly did.
Oh, I can tell you what's really going on.
What's really?
Before we get into Naim and his peach behavior, I don't know if y'all caught it, but Aisha said during the playback, I took your connection.
Talking about I ain't got no connection.
I was like,
hold up, before we get into this clip, while you're watching the clip, hit the like.
Yes, please. Hit the like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet or already.
We're trying to get it to 1,000 wow. Okay, guys? We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers.
Let me just point this out real quick because I agree. Jade says Frank is not into black women. He is not into. He's not into black women with a certain aesthetic. I will say because he did like Sidney, but that's because Sidney fits into a certain aesthetic, and the aesthetic of a mixed woman is more so where he would go. And I don't know why Frank was on this show, but I appreciate you for pointing that out because I do agree. But let's get into Naim really quickly because it's about to get real.
So there's context to everything. I think 8 out of the 9 men chose Zadia as their #1 choice in the first deliberation. So that's the elephant in the room that we're not talking about. I'm not saying that's the cause.
How would we know
problem,
about
but
that?
that's an important fact.
How would the ladies
that
know?
needs to
How
be
is that
talked
an important?
about.
Because we're talking about the retreat.
How would we know that?
How would we know? We're not in the men's lounge.
That's important because if the bottom line is that we're in a competition and you have 8 out of the 9 men that pick the same one girl, and then later all these women also have a problem with that same one girl, I feel like there's a correlation.
Yeah, I think that it's an interesting theory, but
interesting. That happened.
Well, but it's not a. First of all, these women aren't privy to that, and it's not
Those
a
women
competition.
know what the guys that they're dating now picked.
But
Everybody
Naim-
knows.
Everybody was talking.
Everybody knows who picked who. Everybody knows who said what in deliberation.
This isn't about love. This is about disrespect. It has nothing to do with love. It's about how you treat people. It's great. Zadia is a beautiful woman. No one's taking that away from her.
I think they like
She's
her
beautiful.
more because she's beautiful.
But
There's
no,
other things involved
it's good.
too.
It's good that 8 men picked her. That's wonderful. She's a beautiful woman. I like Zadia at first.
It sounds like people here are really thirsty for friends and not love.
Nobody. It's not about friends. It's about respect. You're missing the point, Naim.
That's what it
I
sounds like
like
to me.
Zadia. I don't have to be her friend, but
That's
you
what
need
she
to be
feels about you. She
respectful.
doesn't have to
Can one of our men check him?
Right.
Excuse me?
God damn. Y'all need to check him. Give him a peach. Seriously. Oh my God.
He needs the mic.
Did I bring your name up?
Okay, can everybody
Wait,
relax for a second?
Exactly.
First of all, nobody asked you
Get 'em.
anything.
Get 'em.
Okay, you want to be when all the women were going back and forth. Did you see any of the other men jumping into the women conversation? You the only one, huh? You know what the real problem is? They can't take my sense.
I'm gonna put it in
They can't
perspective to
take
you
her.
right
She's
now.
a baddie. She's a baddie. They can't take her. They're jealous of my girl. Yes, that's what it was giving.
It was though.
They can't take her because she's a baddie. Y'all wish I was her ass. Get out of here,
Oh
Naim.
my God.
It's like, Naim, the fact that you came up with that
Oh
theory
my
in your head
God.
is absolutely crazy. You're
Insane.
saying there were other things that played. No, the other things that played was that she was extremely rude.
Yes.
She was extremely condescending. She was
Confrontational. Yes.
extremely. You can see it even all in the that one particular elimination where she were like, don't call me girl, you can say my name.
It's Zadia, by the way.
Yeah, you're doing too much.
You are.
You're doing a lot. So that's what the issue was that everybody had. It's not that, oh, Zadia is so gorgeous and we just wish we could look like Zadia. Oh, everybody's picking Zadia because we had an issue with her throughout the whole season. So if the problem really was that everyone was picking Zadia, now that everyone has their other picks and it has nothing to do with what Zadia got going on, why do I still not like her? Why am I still not feeling her energy?
Exactly.
It's because she's mean and she's rude.
Exactly. And for Naim to really try and come up, and this is so rehearsed, by the
Oh
way.
my gosh.
Like they really thought
You
about
saw
this
her
and
just sitting
rehearsed
there.
it. And then
Get
and then Naim was
Get him,
when-
Naim.
as soon as the clip was done,
He jumped
Naim
right
was
in.
like, I'm gonna put this in perspective for you right now. Like a
I'm
lawyer,
gonna drop this
he had the case ready and set up. He was like, listen, 8 out of the 9 men, 1 is Zadia. So then, doesn't it sound perplexing that this is the woman that all the women have an issue with at the end of this process? Like, what? First of all, nobody was in the men's lounge. Second of all, you're not about to just ignore her whole bad behavior,
Right.
her whole,
You're not gonna act like that didn't
all
happen.
her antics, all the things she said, all the things she just did. We're just gonna ignore that whole thing and say this is about jealousy, really? So then, not only did he insert himself initially, then he's going back and forth with the women. He's calling Carrie, talking about something. Well, no, that's what she wanted to be with you. She just wanted to be your friend.
She don't
And
like
y'all-
you either,
and
girl.
And
She
y'all
don't
just
like you
thirsted for
either.
friends. And then going back and forth.
It's like,
it's
you
like,
look crazy.
yo,
You look
you
very
are
crazy.
bugging.
So what you're telling me is that y'all were sitting on the couch on a Friday night and you were just up there gassing her. You know what the real problem is? They are jealous of you, girl. They just cannot stand
a man who does that.
Why are you doing that? You should be the voice of reason.
Yes.
Like, honestly,
oh my
you
God,
weren't coming for her neck.
Yes.
Honestly, you could have said that better.
From the outside
but
looking in.
You're not holding her accountable for her bad behavior. You're reveling in it and just gassing her up and making it worse.
Give her perspective. Let her know that part she could have changed. Like, because even when at the retreat, when Dante was like, well, I feel like you came at her a little bit sideways, then Zadia turned up and on him. And then it was like,
y'all are a perfect pair.
Oh my gosh. Like, so if people are not agreeing with everything you say, then you turn against them.
Right.
Like, no, like Zadia, you need to be able to listen to reason. And Naim, you need to be able to be honest with her. You cannot look at that situation and say that she was not out of character, out of fault, or in the wrong at all. Like, that's crazy to me that he could even sit there and try and make this kind of argument. It makes no sense whatsoever. And as a man, and I'm assuming that's your friend. I don't know if they're girlfriend and boyfriend or if they're just friends. Regardless,
besties. He was very sassy about that situation.
He was very sassy.
He had a lot of energy for her.
He was very like,
you guys can't take my sis. You're big mad.
You can't do that. Like, you need to be able to be honest with your friends, and you need to also be able to bring things into perspective. Had you brought things to perspective, she would have came to the reunion with a different attitude, and that different attitude could have gave us a different insight on the other side of Zadia, which I would have liked to see.
Yeah.
Because I initially really liked Zadia, and I don't think that what we're seeing right now is all of her. I know she has different sides to her, but I wish she could be humble and see where she went wrong, accept those things, and change for the better. But instead, it's making her worse. She's like, oh, so y'all want to all come at me? So I'm going to double down, triple down, and I'm going to show y'all what it's really about. Like, no. Like, no. We need to stop that. Like, we really need them to, like, be on point with adhering to the bad behavior, addressing the bad behavior.
Crazy in these comments. I'm trying.
It's a lot. It's a lot to see.
Where are we at?
Okay. We can start here. So Tatiana said people need to pick up about Cornelius. We already know Kamil. He peeps for the vulnerability, unstable. He could tap into that, and she will blame herself for everything. He will be okay. Cover style. Yeah, Kamil and Cornelius and Zadia and Naim are very alike in that sense. They're both just covering each other's bad behavior. They're covering the women's bad behavior. Yes, Fedora. I can't believe none of the men told Naim to pipe down. I think the men were caught off guard. I think they
were caught off guard, and additionally, I think it was like, this is the women arguing.
It's the women. So it's like the men are like, why is he even talking right now? Like, they don't even know how to react. Jay said, Naim want her bad, the thirst is real. A lot of people are saying that he is doing that just to get in her, good graces. But I'm like, yo, just be real. Like,
he might just be messy.
It could be that too. Not a queen. Patricia says, did you see when Naim said 8 out of the guys wanted Zadia's off top? Did you see Cornelius shaking his head? No. Oh, I didn't see that. I did not see Cornelius shaking his head. You see, like, you're exaggerating and you're pushing it, and it's like it's a forced narrative.
Naim, that behavior doesn't surprise me from Naim, because I wasn't really feeling him during the season, and he was, what do you bring to the table type energy.
He was.
So I was just like, this doesn't surprise me at all.
But then that did surprise me, because why are you caping for her when you're all like talking about how he used to be in that place and now he's a better person now, and it's like, so you're defending bad behavior? Like, defending bad behavior to me is worse than participating in bad behavior, because you're defending it. So it's like, how much have you quote unquote really grown?
I mean, Kamil said she went to therapy, but
yeah, there's that.
Maybe you should get a new therapist, because
true. Goddess M said
it wasn't apparent.
That's it. Goddess M says, I definitely wanted a moment. Boy, you were running up to Dante. Your girl picked you as a consolation prize. And that's another thing. Mm-hmm. Why are you screaming so loud and proud for this woman who literally said she was going to pick the next man over you?
Because
Oh
If we're gonna say somebody's mad or jealous, I would think Aisha and Dante would have more reason to say that they were jealous because Zadia, you were runner up as well as you, Dante. So I mean, not Dante, Naim. So I just.
Exactly. Actually, Aubrey says Zadia was only at the top in the beginning because her personality and attitude sucked. She quickly slid down. So what at that point?
Exactly.
Why was anybody had any reason to be jealous? Like she was not in everybody's top pick at that point. That there was
all the men were picking Sabrina too.
They were.
So it's just like it doesn't make any sense. Sabrina doesn't like you either, but all the men were picking her. And
Exactly.
again, like how the lady said, how the heck would I know what you guys are talking about unless somebody's just coming in and spreading all the information. How the heck do I know what you guys deliberated on? And I doubt all the guys would go to another woman that wasn't picked and say, yeah, all of us did not pick you, we picked her. That doesn't make sense.
They just met them. So wasn't nobody talking like that. This Queen will quit said Naim was off, but ladies, you need to be with a guy that sticks up for you though. Okay, there's that. I do
stick up for me.
Stick up for me.
There's a difference between sticking up for her and defending her bad behavior.
Yes.
Because he could have been silent.
Yeah.
Or he could have at home said, like we were saying, told her that wasn't right what you did, how you came with these people, how you were talking to these people was not right.
Right.
Defending bad behavior
is always
not an honorable
weird.
trait. It's not.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? I saw people saying that, like, yeah, he was defending his girl and stuff. I mean, we don't know what their relationship status is, but I don't need Spice to defend me in my wrongness. I need her to hold me accountable for my wrongness,
and I will.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because when you're dead wrong, girl, I look even crazier defending you.
Don't have me
looking crazy.
So you're letting her walk around looking crazy as opposed to holding her accountable.
Come on.
And he didn't even have to hold her accountable on stage in front of everybody. You could have did that. You were wild.
People are ripping you on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. She's getting eaten up alive. And guess what? Now you are too, Naim.
Because standing up for you to me is holding me accountable.
Come
because
on now.
Then you're making me a better person. You're making me be accountable for my actions.
Right.
Not just I'm gonna go along with whatever you say and stick up for whatever you say, even if it's in the wrong.
I'm not here for it. Clifton View says we really needed Tommy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he would have did a better job though.
Yeah.
But
he would have helped because
they had a game plan going into it though. I think they still would have tried
to talk their way out of that.
Yeah.
But I do feel like he would have been like, come on now.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, he would have been more so like that. Siva Face said,
and I don't think Zadia would have been doing all of that. Like how she imitated.
She wouldn't do that to Tommy.
She wouldn't have did that to Tommy.
That's true. Siva said, thanks, Naim, for putting Zadia on a pedestal.
Exactly.
Now you will understand the hate from this woman has brought to the show. You
put
about to
her
learn.
on a pedestal in her wrongness.
Yes.
That's a problem.
Yes.
Now you're telling her that you acting the way you did in your bad behavior deserves praise, and it doesn't.
Yes.
And now she's gonna continue to go throughout life like that.
I don't think she's into him as much as he's into her.
I don't
but
think so.
We're gonna find out maybe.
And I think she was smiling all hard because she felt that way. Get him, sticking the finger, get him.
You feel special, but you didn't even. That's not your first choice, so y'all still look crazy. Jay Smith says, "I really do not think women like Zadia would talk to him outside of this show."
I don't think so either because he's one of, like I said, he's like one of. He gives me. As we always say, we don't know these people. We're just, we can only judge by what they put out there and what's on the show. But he's giving me like one of those red pill type of guys. And I don't think Zadia would be with somebody like that.
Naim practicing his niche moves. Get to this, what it is. Zadia is so full of herself. Fedora says she literally thinks everyone is against her. The common denominator is
That's what I'm saying. The sick twistedness of her is that
she thinks
instead of her thinking everyone's upset with me because my behavior was terrible, deplorable, disgusting.
They must be jealous. It has to be jealous.
Cannot take me
because
and she's getting off on that.
What else could it be? Oh,
it's wild.
So Naim, you're saying that I was like 8 out of 9 guys wanted me? Oh, now it makes sense. It was jealousy. Okay. Now I get it.
Yikes.
Clicks and Views says men don't hold men accountable. You're not wrong, but I do feel like if Tommy was the host, he would have scratched that. I think he would have like put Zadia in her place when it came to like that aspect of things because.
And even Naim, I don't think he would have let Naim go off
like that. Yeah. Got the better than you attitude going on. I grew up better than you, Bronx girl. Are you talking about Zadia has that attitude? Oh, okay.
The first deliberation, 8 out of 9 men chose Zadia. The first one, sir. Why is this even
exactly?
Why
we're like
irrelevant.
8 or 9.
The first deliberation was based off looks because y'all didn't know anything about each other. Exactly.
Right, exactly.
And now that we get to know you, we're like, ugh.
Exactly.
Cornelius was shushing Kamil shit, telling exactly. That's the crazy part. Kamil wanted to deny the fact that she said that, and I said that to Spice while the clip was playing. I was like, "Did you see Cornelius' face when she said I F y'all?" Cornelius was like, he made a face like, "Girl, what is wrong with you now? Stop."
And the fact that that's another thing. The fact that they're denying this
and it's on
that
camera.
It even happened.
We can rewind it. We can play it back. We can zoom in on it, and you're still like, "No, that didn't. That wasn't me. No, that didn't happen. No."
Oh my god! They need a bigger shovel. They're using the finger.
Oh my gosh!
Seriously.
They're digging themselves into the biggest
hole. Yeah, Tommy would have held the men more accountable because. Yeah, I agree. My theory is that both Zadia and Kamil are narcissists.
I could see it.
Yeah, I could see that.
Kamil is just, she's really thriving off of kind of controlling Cornelius. Yeah. And Zadia too. She's loving the chaos. I feel like she's looking at it like, look I got these girls going in a frenzy. I got these girls acting crazy, jumping out their souls and acting outside of their body and their, personalities and just acting a fool. My husband actually sent me a text the other day about a narcissist, and it's a lot of it is here. Like they got never admits to being wrong. Avoids emotions and accountability. The avoid emotions. The way she was smiling on the. Yep, that's there. Rages if anyone challenges them, the way she did Dante. C, childish when they don't get their way, calling Aisha names, calling her dumb, and like the whole 9. Insist doubt in their victim. Yeah, so now they're trying to say that the girls were jealous, trying to say that their points of views are not valuable because they're all jealous. S, stonewalls during contacts. The stonewalling, the way Zadia was trying to not engage, she walked off the whole thing. Yep. The other S is smears and slanders you. The way she was calling Aisha the names. In denial and gaslights you. Naim is doing that for her right now. Subjects you to the silent treatment. That's a big one. And then T triangulates you and turns you down. Now it's a lot. It's a lot because in the whole, even like the whole like separation of the brown girl squad and that whole thing too, like to separate themselves, all of that, it has like a lot of narcissistic traits in that whole thing because it's like, why do that? Like we're all on this platform together. Kind of superiority. We're gonna classify ourselves. We're over here. You're over here, girl. Yep. Yeah, like, and then gaslighting me by saying that didn't happen. Kamil is giving me I need medication vibes. Well, she did say she need a refill, so there's that. Kalina says Trump tactics. I just don't appreciate the gaslighting. Clicks and Views says Zadia clearly thought she was better than Aisha. She clearly did. She clearly did, and it's like, what makes you better? You're both women looking for love on the same show, on the same platform. Like, what is going on here? Why do you think that you can call her names, talk down to her, and give her and make her feel as though
her point of view is any less important or credible than yours. Like, that's her stance. You have your stance. We're grown women, and we could both agree to disagree. Right. That's it.
It's strange, baby.
Very, very, very strange. Oh, yes. I heard about flying monkeys. Tatiana says, oh, wow. So Naim and Cornelius are their flying monkeys. Yeah, I got to look up the exact way it works, but I do think like the flying monkey is like another person in the situation that they could use to put the blame on so that they don't take all the blame. And Zadia is perfectly happy with letting Naim take for her,
jump out there and take
take all the hits. Yeah. So yes, good point, Tatiana. That's a good point. Yeah, the flying monkey. Yeah, it's usually when a narcissist is cheating and he has two women, or a narcissist could be a woman too. But let's say the narcissist is a guy and he has two women, and the women are pinned against each other, so that the narcissist is
busy shooting at each other.
Yeah, so the flying monkey is the outside person, so that nothing is really looked at them. So yeah, that's actually a really good point.
Took a lot of bullets because him jumping out like that when no one expected him to even say anything, or get involved in the situation, definitely took some of the light off of her.
It did, because now we out here discussing Naim and his sisterly behavior, because it was given very much sis vibes. Like, when Sidney said, where's his peach, or give him a peach, I was with her. It's like, what are you doing right now? Stop.
Why are you trying to get a moment?
It's too much. And like, why do you have to defend her so hard? She could defend herself. And we were the ones who had direct issues with her. Let us deal with it.
Planned. Like, so as the clip ended, the host don't even get to ask anything. You're just gonna jump in and be like, y'all jealous? That's the real problem here.
Exactly. He didn't even let the host speak. He just was like, I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on here. Day one. Like, boy, bye. Like, I did not expect that from Naim. I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect that from Naim. I was very disappointed.
I didn't expect him to jump out there, but it doesn't surprise me.
And then Kamil saying that she did not say, she said it was a voiceover. She said it was editing. She said that was not her mouth. Those words did not come out.
It's like every girl again, like you said, digging themselves deeper.
Never admit
I didn't say that. Let's play it back. And you see, she says it with the caption.
Yep.
Oh, my finger was in my mouth. Did you see my lips moving? They zoom in on the lips. Her lips are moving.
Smashing with the word.
Every time, girl, we have the proof. So just stop. You're doing everything in the world. You're making yourself look crazy just to not take accountability. We can see it.
And it's such a problem with both of them, Zadia and Kamil. Yep. They do not want to take accountability.
Even, I don't know if y'all heard that at the end of the clip they played before Naim jumped out of his body. She was like, did I say that? But she's not going to apologize for it.
Absolutely not. They can play it back as much as they want. She ain't never going to apologize for that. She's still going to the grave. She's going to say that was a voiceover. He did say her voice is annoying. And that's why Sidney was annoyed with him. Because like, why are you speaking in a woman's like situation? And then you also was talking crap about my voice. Right. Like, you're annoyed. Like, why do you care about my voice? I'm not your connection. Don't worry about my voice.
Whatever issues they have with the conversations in the women's lounge and things like that, you weren't there for that, Naim. So how are you just gonna jump out your neck and just be like, no, what the real problem is? You know what the real problem is? You weren't there.
Exactly. Cliff, you said Naim talked more on the reunion that he did this whole season. Literally, because he had a battery in his back, and he allowed this woman to manipulate him into thinking that he needs to cape for her, because if she speaks, she's gonna be the bad guy. So he's like, nah, that's okay. I'll be the bad guy for you.
You didn't even say that.
I'm going to set everything straight. You look even crazier.
Y'all look crazy.
Now y'all in the same boat. Now y'all can go down that crazy boat together.
Crazy
and sail off. Crazy. Makes no sense. This Queen Won't Quit said, especially the way he had read Kamil earlier in the show.
So Kamil and Zadia kind of mirror each other, right?
Yeah.
So you can see the flaws in Kamil, but you can't see it in Zadia.
Okay. Make it make sense.
Interesting.
Make it make sense. That's true. he was Zadia's puppet, just like Cornelius is Kamil's. Yeah, and I don't like these yes men, like with anybody, like friends, relationships, whatever. Like right, wrong. If you don't got nothing nice to say, or if you don't want to, like whatever, just don't say nothing at all. But you gonna insert yourself, and then you gonna be loud and wrong. Like, oh yeah, we gonna eat you up. Like you gonna get this work because apparently you got a lot to say. So we got a lot to say about what you got to say. Like, I mean, you got what's coming to you. You should have never opened your mouth. And then for that argument to be so far-fetched, like, wow, that's the angle. That's the angle you want to go with. Oh my goodness. If y'all are not subscribed, please subscribe. And also like the video while I'm in here because we appreciate it. But yeah, like Zadia and Kamil really had a plan to let Cornelius and Naim do their dirty work. And I was not here for it. I saw right through it. But yeah, we have fun with you guys. Jesus. Tatiana says, I had a covert communal narc partner. Lord, the amount of flying monkeys he had, even children.
That's scary.
Oh my God. Had to cut them all off. They helped him make me think I was crazy hardcore. Oh, that's terrible. Because that's what they do. They really try and like.
I'm glad you got out.
I'm so glad you got out because that's a terrible situation to be in. I did not catch that interview. Frank spilled the tea on Zadia with the interview on Crystal. I think Crystal XL.
Really?
Yeah, I gotta try and catch that because I actually watched the one with Sabrina. And Sabrina said she was triggered because she was bullied in school, and she didn't come on the show as a grown woman to get bullied again. Like, heck no.
Because you would think, I'm coming on this show and we're all going through the same journey trying to find a partner. So what is there to be mean-spirited about and bully each other about? It's
Exactly.
just weird.
It's very weird. Plain to see F word was their favorite word. Yeah, Kamil was, that potty mouth was definitely there. Her saying that she didn't say it is really annoying to me. Clicks and Views says the real question is why was Shiloh missing? You know why. Y'all know why. She didn't want to catch no heat.
She didn't want to get fried out and laid to the side.
Okay.
She knew what the heat based on her. I'm pretty sure based on her Twitter or whatever social media she has.
She knows
because someone sent me one of her posts on Instagram. And the comments, you know how you can turn the comments on and off. The comments were limited. So I'm pretty sure she gauged that and she was like, oh no, I'm not about to. Especially because there was no, there was no different perspective. There was no change of heart. She wasn't like, oh, you know what? That was wrong of me to try to insinuate that he did this or came up, did this or looked this kind of way or tried to touch me this kind of way. So I'm going to go on the show and make it right. She didn't really have a change of heart.
Nope.
So, on Instagram, from what I saw, she was still defending her stance. So it was like, she's like, there's no reason for me to come on here.
It's absolutely no reason. I really did not want to see her on the show to still say the same thing. I would have liked for her to come to the reunion and take accountability, but apparently that's something that they're all allergic to. I mean, seriously. Lana, cute pic, by the way. Lana T says he sees her faults, but his desire for Zadia is making him blind to the same attitude. Yeah.
Not my Zadia.
I know. It's like, I cannot stand a man like that. Like, oof.
I wouldn't want a man like that.
I would not want a man like that.
I don't need you to be like, yeah, you punched her in the face for no reason, but so
her face was in the way of your arm.
Nobody's her face to run up into your fist. Like what? Like I could not. Because I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to be better. So I need you to help me out with that.
Hold me
accountable. I'm gonna do the same for you.
I'm definitely, So there's that. But yeah, we appreciate all of y'all. Thank you for being in the live. Thank you for all y'all comments. We didn't catch everybody. So if you're catching this in the replay, definitely hit us up in the comments. We will respond.
I like today's conversation. Open, healthy conversation.
Absolutely.
See, we can agree to disagree.
Oh my gosh. I love y'all for that.
We can do all of that.
Yep. So, thank you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And also,
that's what she wanted to avoid. She wanted to avoid bringing it up again, and for the people to have an opportunity to dig deeper, for the host to ask more questions, for the cast to ask more questions. She did not want to touch that.
She doesn't. But we appreciate you guys, and we will see you guys in the next video. And we will be live again next week for the reunion part 2. So catch us there.
We're gonna try to be on time. Okay, listen.
Yes.
Hear me out. Okay. It wasn't our fault today. It wasn't our fault.
Make sure y'all notifications is on.
Exactly. If your notifications is on,
you gonna catch it.
You gonna know when we good.
Don't miss our lives, okay, y'all? And hit us in the comments if you're catching the replay. We love you guys. Like the video.
Have a good week.
Bye.
Good morning.
Good energy.
Today we gonna spread
good energy.
Today we gonna share
good energy.
I go to work. Today gonna be a great day.
Wake up, thank God, drink water, meditate. First 5 minutes will dictate your whole day. All about that positivity and raising up your frequency. If you